We're on, and I am recording for the last minute, 30 seconds. Too,
Oh, cool. So we got all that.
We got all that. We're done. And that's
There we
wrap.
go. Let's go.
Welcome to the Big Tex Ordnance Podcast. I'm Ike. We have Chris here, and we're also joined by Xander from AmmoGuy.net out of Katy, Texas. So we're out here at Lethal Weapons, Texas, 2023, the inaugural event. The first event. We'll go with that. The first of its kind. So we're out here doing some podcasts, and yeah. So Xander, AmmoGuy.net. How did you start? What's the story there?
Absolutely. So actually, it started with my current business partner. His name's Tadek Darian. He started in like maritime, tugboats and stuff, and moved to Katy. And he saw that there's a huge market for ammunition. I happened to be working in renewable energy at the time, and we kind of met through mutual friends, and actually wanted to go into our own little energy company together. And then I saw kind of what he was doing with the ammo, and we kind of just got started from there. And he had things kind of going up a little bit, and we moved into a bigger audience, bigger e-commerce platform. We ship all over the country, and we were one of the only people to start, shipping at kind of Texas prices all over the country. We didn't change anything. We offered flat, shipping out the door. So you're really not getting price gouged like they are in every other state. So
a little bit about yourself, man. Like, what'd you do? How'd you get into ammo and renewable energy?
Yeah. Actually, it started kind of as a little. I have a background in theater.
Oh.
I actually started I was a scenic designer and a lighting designer. I toured with a bunch of musicians. I did a lot of tech work.
Cool.
And then during Hurricane Harvey, I actually met the company that for Hurricane Harvey being a big hurricane that happened several years ago.
There's a big one. 2017.
2017 or somewhere around there.
Big for the Houston area for those that don't live in
absolutely.
in Southeast.
And I met the renewable energy company, and I ended up doing a lot of project management with them. And I ended up going into switching gears and learning more about it was geothermal, which is a earth renewable energy source. You drill down and kind of take heat from the earth instead of running off of gases and fossil fuels. And so I worked on as a project manager, and then eventually as the operations coordinator for this big company. And after a while, I was born in Houston. I've lived in Houston for a long time. I've lived all over the country, and I kind of wanted to come back home, and found my way back out to Tomball, and moved down there. And now I was looking for something. I thought about doing some consulting work in business, because that's what my background business degree is, what I went to school for. And came back and met my business partner, and rest kind of went down. I have a background in shooting. My grandfather was a gunsmith for 60 years, so I grew up around guns. I grew up shooting in junior competitions, and I think I started shooting. I was shooting a shotgun by the time I was 6 or 7 years old, pretty proficiently, and I still have that gun. Keep it real nice, and it's a like 1970s Mossberg.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's super nice. But yeah, I found my way back down into this industry, and the community's great. Love it here. All the people, made so many new friends, and it's one of the things that people they see in the movies. They're like, oh, it's just, that's my job. That's what I get to do now. My cousin actually came down from Dallas, and he works in rentals and for Sunbelt. And I told him, he's like, man, I was going to get overtime this weekend, but I thought I'd come down to Lethal and support you guys. And I was like, yeah, beats working, but this is my work. So, even, he might have been working this weekend, but I'm working anyway. So
yeah,
but having fun doing it.
Yeah, we had this conversation a while ago when we were driving around on the golf cart and just got done shooting some full auto. I'm like, yeah.
At the Suns booth.
Yeah, over the Suns booth hanging out. And I said something. I was like, yeah. I said I was going to work this weekend. And my wife's like, well, you're not going to work.
Right.
I'm like, but no, it's work. And she's just like, just be quiet and get out of here. whatever, because it's not. And I've said that before. Being able to do something like this and be in the gun industry and firearms industry and do e-com, I mean, it very rarely does it feel like I work. Yeah. And I don't reflect that in my pay whatsoever. But,
I was gonna say, I'm making that
Right, yeah.
your compensation is
Free labor for the next couple months.
But it really, if you find something that you enjoy, such as this, every day that you go to work's not really.
Yeah, if we get to do fun stuff like this and get paid for it, I mean, like that's
Yeah,
living the dream,
absolutely.
my
Yeah.
dude, you know.
So how'd you transition over into the e-com world? Like, what made you say I want to jump into that?
So, I've always been a big believer in e-com, as trying to reach a wider audience. Property values are just so expensive out in Katy where we are. We want to have a nice big storefront, but, we just can't, it's just not feasible right now. And as a growing company, we started during COVID, and it's just it was a big leap for us. But I think if I'm remembering correctly, when we were just doing, when we had just started e-commerce, we did, I think, 20 orders in our first month doing it on the website. And I think now we were doing, sometimes over 100 orders a day.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
And all over the country, we're one of the only companies that will ship to California and New York. We take the time to find the FFLs. We'll help that people find their FFLs near their addresses and, get ammo out to them because, we want everybody to have as much of an opportunity to enjoy the 2A industry as they can, despite any kind of laws or restrictions. We want to go by the book, but make sure that we're getting, make sure everybody's got at least some kind of equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's difficult. We're one of the few places that will sell to some of those states. Like, California is such a hassle when it comes to FFL stuff, and we go through stuff like, okay, yeah, my FFL will accept that. No, they won't accept it, or they tell us, yeah, the FFL will accept it. We ship it, and the FFL's like, I never said that, and so we're incurring that that shipping charge back and forth.
Absolutely,
giving them a full refund in the end. But dude, like, calguns.net, those dudes got our back, man.
Yeah.
Like, anything we ever post on there or any questions, we've contributed to some stuff to them in the past. But I mean, they show loyalty to you when you support those states that have an issue.
Yeah, because so many
getting
people
stuff.
don't.
I get emails all the time. We'll ship to Illinois and New York and New Jersey, and we collect all the right documents. But still, people are like, "Thank you for just shipping." Thank you for being part of this and shipping out here, because most people don't. And even in places like Arkansas, when we do a lot of charity work with the Delta Waterfowl Foundation, and we did their national show out in Arkansas last year, and just to look, I was trying to figure out, where the market was out there, just because I was in a new place and I wanted to kind of see. And man, if it wasn't most of the stuff wasn't 6 times more what we're charging down here in Texas for some of the stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous. But we that's why we try to just be as equitable throughout. Like I said, it's hard. I've lived in Dallas and Austin, and even out there, they'll price gouge you. Right before we started, when I was in Austin, I think I bought I'm pretty sure I bought the last box of 9mm in Bastrop County right when everything was kind of going to hell, and I think I paid $1.20 a round for FMJ 9mm.
Yeah.
Some Browning or something, but still, it's just things have definitely settled down, and the market's always fluctuating, but I'm glad that we're back in a place where we can be a little bit more consistent and not just have these big waves and crashes.
Yeah, so,
Or go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, what kind of ammo are y'all selling right now?
We carry over 130 different calibers.
Oh wow! Holy cow.
We
That's a
kind
lot.
of try to be in 3 separate kind of niches for ammo. We try to carry the cheapest plinking stuff that you can get, whether it be steel or brass. That's where most of our ammo seek listings kind of end up. We kind of try to stay towards the top of the page out there, but then we carry higher end stuff, the Noslers, the Hornady, just stuff to that the competition shooters like to shoot a little bit more. And then we try to get as much of the stuff that, you just can't find anymore.
Yeah.
454 Casull and 410 and 7.7 Jap, 300 Rum. We try to keep all that kind of stuff in stock. We got 450, 400 Nitro, just stuff that can appease those collectors and the people that, I've had this gun for 30 years and I've shot it twice.
Yeah.
Because I just can't get the ammo for it.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. That's actually a BTO range. That's kind of what we have, like a ton of different calibers, just like those weird, it may be set 10 years before somebody comes in looking for it, but when he does, it's cool because we may not have a lot, but we have 5 or 10 or 20 boxes sitting there.
Right. Yeah. Just to have something there.
That's cool that y'all do that online. That's really neat.
Yeah, absolutely. We try to do that, and like I said, we have our storefront in Katy, and we have a pretty consistent group of people that come in there. We get people come in, every day that are like, oh, I had no idea you guys were even here. But we have a pretty consistent group that likes to come in and buy specifically, like hard cast ammo that we try to keep in stock for them. And, some of the 375 Shy-Tech or the, just stuff that people that we know that our locals shoot that we want to keep in stock for them.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I remember I think is AmmoSeek the one you can set to make it like an audible alert on your computer?
That's like ammobot.net or something.
Whatever it was?
There's one that, like, if it finds it at this price, it'll email you and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You can, there's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in 2011, back during that time period, maybe 2012, whatever it was, I used to have it on my phone, man, because I was trying to get like 9mm and 5.56 for cheap.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter where I was. If that thing started alerting, like, oh, it's less than, it's 57 cents a round.
Yeah.
It was just a rush to get it. But yeah, I mean, ammo is hard to find if you're looking for different stuff, especially like every time my dad comes down, he's from Arkansas. We always go to the range, and Dad's always buying a couple boxes. He's always like, those prices so much different. I'm like, you know that you can tell me that you need this, right? Like, I kind of work here.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I can get you that box of ammo. But so what made you decide in 2021 or 2020 that it was going to be a good idea to get in the ammo online ammo sales?
Well, honestly, I came in right after, still during COVID, but my business partner, he when he's kicking stuff off, he said, he couldn't get his foot in the door with anybody, and it's still hard. People want, like, the big guys want, $250,000, $500,000 a month.
Yeah.
To go in for their ammo, but fortunately, we had an opportunity to get in with Wolf, and while it's kind of finicky right now with them, at the time, getting in with them opened up a big opportunity for us to start doing a lot more quantity. And originally the idea we're ammoguy.net instead of .com, because we wanted to go kind of with that network kind of thing, be the next, like, just it's a network of people, everybody out here, we know each other, we meet each other at the events, and all the people at the gun shows, they all know each other. They see the same faces every other weekend, and it really is just one of the more tight-knit communities, I think. And we just figured we could reach a bigger audience. We're not just Texas. It's not just a Texas thing. I mean, it's a Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. It's a big scope of people, and they're all over. I mean, I have people in Hawaii and Alaska, people trying to reach out, trying to get in on good ammo deals, and it's something that should be a lot more accessible, just because it is such a good community. I mean, people are out here having a time of their life out at this event, even if it's here or if it's at a gun show or just going to the range, with a father and son going to the range on the weekend. It just is a big, it's a community, it's a family, and it's a big family that we want to be a part of in every aspect that we can. So going online and getting out to just that bigger audience is, we want to we want to be your ammo guy. You know, everybody wants to have their ammo guy. They can call up and they can get ammo. And you call the shop, probably 9 times out of 10, I'm the one answering the phone. You know, they're talking. I get people, oh, who's the boss? I want to talk to whoever's in charge. You know, tell them, you know, how great you guys did. I'm like, well, you're talking to him now. You know, it's that personal touch. People, there's a lot of scams online nowadays, and people call. You know, they call, we'll answer on the second ring, and they're like, I didn't think I'd be talking to a person, let alone talking to someone that, you know, can actually get stuff done, and that's a big part of that network, and, you know, just being accessible to people and not hiding behind any curtain. You know, we want to be out in the open and, you know, be responsible for the job that we're doing, you know. So
that's awesome. What are y'all running your platform on, if you don't mind me? Is it like
it's a ammo ready.
Okay.
It's like they do a lot of people's sites. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I get people have called me up and they're like, well, I've seen this on your website, and I go and look, and or they'll send me a link, and it's like almost this very similar format to our website, because they have a blanket one that they use a lot. But they're very good to us. You know, we'd like to be. I mean, you know, it's a website. You know, and we carry a lot of stuff, so things get lost in there. But like I said, you know, if you have an issue, you can always call, and we'll be right there to answer the phone and help you out as best we can. So
you mentioned shipping like to Alaska and Hawaii.
We don't ship to Alaska and Hawaii. I'm just saying.
Gotcha.
I wish we could.
Yeah.
I get people.
I was going to say, how much
time.
does it cost to send? Because ammo's heavy, you know.
Yeah, well, and you have to send it ground.
Yeah.
Right.
And
if you go by ground, you're going by a boat.
Yeah.
So I've had people reach out to us all the time. I mean, it's cheaper if you buy by like a pallet. Yeah. That's why it's a lot of the FFLs out there. They'll buy by the pallet, and, you know, they'll have it shipped. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't ship. Because we can't ship through Canada for Alaska, and, you know,
that's what I was wondering. I was like, man, how are they doing that?
I have people that will drive down, and they'll drive to. They'll have it shipped to a place in, you know, their buddy's house in Washington, and they'll drive down from Alaska, you know, just to be able to get it. But that's because that's how just price gougy it is out there. And, you know, if you're going to pay to have it shipped and let it sit there. You know, that's just, you know, to me, you know, it just shows how good we have it here with the accessibility. You can walk into a bunch of ammo stores and gun shops and have pretty accessible ammo at pretty decent prices. And it just sucks that not everybody has that.
Yeah.
You know, and we really, you know, eventually we'd like to. We're happy that a lot more manufacturers are coming back into the U.S. because it's making it a little bit more accessible.
Yeah.
But yeah, just being able to get out and have that reach is really important to us.
Yeah, it's very difficult when, you know, we're still dealing with logistical issues from 2020, 3 years down the road.
Absolutely.
From that, and everything that's rolled downhill from that. We were just talking about it the other day, how stuff has affected, you know, components for what we sell. We sell a little bit of ammo, but it's nothing like.
It's more of just to have ammo available for people that want it.
But but it's like components. We had a conversation the other day on the internet with a guy, and I was like, I snapped a picture of my rifle coming down here. I'm like, this, you know, hell of a job, you know. Took a picture of the rifle, and he's like, oh, check out that mount. That's that hard to get stuff, and I'm like, yeah. It is hard to get, but that's also a customer return that came back that was scuffed up that I was like, I'll take it.
Right.
And then he's like, well, I wish drop culture wasn't a thing, right? And I don't know if y'all ever run into having ammo drops or getting something, but he was like, I wish drop culture wasn't a thing. And I was like, well, I wish supply issues weren't a thing. It's supply and manufacturing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not any cultural aspect of it. It's like, this part was ordered 18 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that it's popular. And now the original 250 people that wanted it, now there's 5 times to that. Now 2,000 people want it. But guess what? I can't interrupt that supply chain anywhere. I can't just go turn on a couple machines and get more of them.
Right.
You know, and it's the same way with ammo. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, we get a you know, every time a John Wick movie comes out, that the guns are always the first up, and then everybody wants that same ammo.
Yep.
When the judges got more popular, 410's short and hard to find, and we're like, well, you can also shoot 45 long Colt out of it, and let's try and move more of that. But
has 410 ammo come back? Because I knew a while back when we first bought the range, like back in 2021 is when it was, May of 2021.
Right.
Like 410 you could not find it anywhere.
It's kind of sneaking its way back in. We've been able to keep it pretty consistently in the shop and in stock, but very limited. People they're gonna manufacture one type, and it's usually 6-shot, 2.5 inch. It's whatever. It's and it's the most that they could do. But I mean, if they could do some more versatility and put a 3-inch round in, and maybe not do a 3-inch just in defense rounds. I think the market's there, but it's a manufacturing for sure.
Oh yeah.
Just it takes forever. We sometimes on orders, we might have ordered something in November, and we won't get it till March.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, well, I'll say, oh, well, I just ordered it, but your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, it might take a minute.
Right.
Yeah, same.
You're on the list, trust me, but it's as soon as it comes in, we'll let you know. I had a guy come in October and ordered some ammo for his he wanted to order 2 different types of ammo for, I think, both of his sons, and for Christmas. He came in October, and he ordered them, and we got one of them in. He came
good
back.
on him for being that's
right.
That's
absolutely.
October, December. It's better than like Christmas Eve kind of deal.
Right. He came in. One of them came in, and then I don't think the other one showed up until like end of January.
Oh man.
But we were able to get it. He told him, hey, we've got it. They'll have it for you when it comes in. They'll let me know. I'll send you down there. And sure enough, it came in. We got it to him, and we gave him a little something extra just for the wait. But I mean, it's sometimes, especially with like specific stuff, it'll take a while to get in. And we try to be as proactive with the people that we put on back order. Mm-hmm. We won't sell anything we don't have in stock.
Nice, good.
And nothing we list. We underlist all of our listings so that we don't accidentally oversell. And it does happen from time to time, and we call and we try to make up. We'll refund or substitute, do whatever the customer wants. But we, with it just being so scarce and the market's so volatile, we try really hard to be very consistent with what we do.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to find 6-ARC the other day, ammo for personal use.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you got ammo at the range. I'll go back there and just buy a couple boxes or whatever. And no, we were out. All our distributors were out. Like, it's still. I mean, we're 2023 now, and I don't know if y'all are seeing it, but like, it's still hard to find some of those more specialty rounds.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Stuff.
We order in all the ammo for our local police department. So we and their guys are a lot of them are competitive shooters, and they'll come in and be like, all right, well, I'm going to need all of this, and one of them shoots 6-ARC, and we get in quite a bit of it for him, the Hornet A. But yeah, it's a lot of that is. It's scarce. Manufacturers aren't making it. They're trying to make you think they try to make them the more popular stuff, but a lot of them are still kind of crawling their way through that. Oh, well, we've had enough people order, the minimum quantity of this one type of ammo, so we're going to do a run of that.
Yeah.
And put off, what the stuff that everybody wants, and everybody is going to go scarce and make the market jump. And you got to find different sources of it just to be able to keep consistent with it.
What's the most the rarest caliber that y'all are? What's the hardest to get in right now?
Hardest to get in right now.
If you had to guess,
it's a good question. How
about 30-30? Is that?
I just listed more 30. I just got some 30-30 in.
I know that was
listed it in.
That was always hard to get.
30 is rough. Yeah. We finally got our shipment of 300 blackout in. That one was gone for a while. I think hardest to get in right now is going to be 545 by 39. Yeah, that one for sure. That one takes a while.
I wonder where all that's going.
Yeah. We sold. I mean, at Kalash Crash last year, I think we probably did 12,000 rounds of it here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think we've got maybe 5,000 rounds of it left in the trailer to sell to this weekend. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fantastic! Y'all doing ammo sales over there at your booth?
Yeah. We brought out just under 200,000 rounds.
Oh, fantastic!
Nice.
Yeah.
Did y'all end up getting a whole bay? You got a bay or a
Yeah, we have
table?
our own bay up front.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, we funny story. We actually last year, Tony called me with a week before the last bash and said, "Hey, our ammo vendor dropped. Is there any way you guys can make it out?"
Yeah, we're gonna need like 250,000 rounds next week.
Yeah, and we did. I actually brought 250,000 rounds last year.
That's fantastic.
I rented a U-Haul, strapped it to my truck, and we came out here with just under 250,000 rounds. I think we did 26,000 rounds of 7.62 in the first day.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's some ammo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
not having to pay for shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That gets it, dude.
So are y'all using like UPS or FedEx? And
Yeah, we use UPS for pretty much everything.
how's that relationship like?
It's good. You know, we have an everyday pickup. You know, rates. Shipping's always a hard one because people get to. The bigger companies that sell ammo, they're going to be like, oh, well, if you reach this amount of ammo, it's free shipping. And I'd love to be able to do that. But, you know, the more ammo you buy, the more shippings I have to pay.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it.
And it cuts into it quite a bit. But, yeah, we run with UPS, and they're pretty consistent. FedEx destroys so many packages. You know, I've had people have packages shipped through FedEx, and someone called me and he said, "Did you ship this in a soccer ball?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He sends me a picture of this. It is a sphere. It's the box, the cardboard
It's
box.
no
is
longer a box.
spherical. There was no remnants of a box. He said, "It looks like someone kicked this all the way here." And you know, at least with UPS, you know, we take a lot of care with our packaging. We pack them in double corrugated boxes, and then we stuff them with paper. A lot of the times, if some of the boxes we know are a little flimsier, we'll shrink wrap them or we'll tape them up. But we shrink wrap every single box that goes out through a heat tunnel,
Cool.
so that we know when it gets there if it's been tampered with, it's protected from the elements. You know, we put that little extra bit on there just to make sure that the person's going to be satisfied with their ammo and it's not going to get damaged, which is something we do. I think that sets us apart a little bit. But yeah, UPS, you know, we get a scheduled pickup every day. If you order something from our website by 3 p.m., it's going out the same day.
Hey, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Says
Is that y'all's thing?
Yeah,
too?
that's what
we actually turn it. It's now 3:15.
3:15.
Over one up and over here.
One up.
No,
there.
that's exactly. There's
Our pickup's usually around 5, so the 2-hour window gives us a little bit better time.
Yeah.
To finish up all the packaging and get things running.
Yeah, we've actually pushed back. So it was one of those one-up things. Like we were at one time, and then another website went to another time, and then another website went to another time. I'm like, oh, fine, then I can do this all damn day.
Yeah.
Like we can keep on doing it, and we have every day. UPS shows up between 2 and 3, and they're gone.
No, like 2:45 and 3. It's like a 10-minute window.
Yeah, so they're in and gone.
He's on it.
Well, even at 3 o'clock, we're still having to take packages to UPS and drop them off because somebody will order at 2:56 next day air, and okay, you're getting it.
Right.
Pack it up, take it, and one of our employees takes it and drops it off. So, I mean, people don't see what goes into the back of that e-commerce.
Absolutely.
Of the fulfillment aspect.
And fulfilling it that fast.
Right.
Like it takes work.
Oh
to do
yeah,
that
I mean,
fast,
I've ordered from other before. I would order from other people. It'd take a month to get some stuff sometimes, and you know, especially with ammo, a lot of people don't have what they have in. They don't sell what they have in stock.
Yeah.
Wait for it to get in, and then they ship it, and it makes a big difference for our customers. You know, a lot of the times you'll hear you do 100 things right, you hear nothing, and then you do one thing wrong, you're going to hear everything about it. But it's for this, we get a lot of people that are like, man, this came fast, it came well packaged, and it means a lot to us to hear that feedback. I always spread it to my guys that work in the warehouse. We actually have a wall of all the customer emails I've gotten that are are good and positive about their packing, we pin them right up to the wall just so our guys know,
nice.
you guys are doing a good job, and we want to let them know that,
Yeah, we actually had that years ago. I started a pegboard, then we moved so often that ended up going down.
Yeah, well, we have a Slack
the
channel.
Slack channel.
So whenever our customer service gets like an email or a message through Facebook that's really good, we blast it out either on the Slack channel so everybody can say it, or we shout it out on our little Facebook group chat. We're like, hey, Hayden, check this out. This guy was really impressed with your order. Good job. You can have Saturday off.
Yeah, it's so important for especially smaller companies and ones that are putting it out. Just putting out a lot of packages. You find consistent people to work, and it's the world of difference.
Yeah.
So you said you have like 130 different calibers.
Yeah. So
how many SKUs do you think you have at any given time?
A lot.
Bro, I got you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, my father actually he's worked in warehousing his entire life, and he's worked for big companies like Lazy Boy and Lay's, and
oh wow,
he works for a company that does that's like a subsidiary of Wayfair, the
Okay,
furniture
yeah.
now. So, I mean, he's always I've been ever since I was young, I've been looking at SKUs, and I worked in warehouses for a long time, but. Man, between it and I'm kind of meticulous about things. Like I don't know an exact number, but I make my guys do inventory on the 15th and the 30th of every month.
Oh wow!
Everything that we have, we take the day to do an inventory, just so that we make sure we can update all of our listings.
Yeah.
Because we also do sell in store. We want to make sure that we have everything. But yeah, I mean between ammo and magazines, and a lot of people come in and they want to like trade out 1 or 2 boxes of something that they don't have that gun anymore, and we it's a community thing, so we always try to appease and take some stuff in for them. And I had one guy come in when I just couldn't get 22 in at a good price. If I can't get something in at a good price, I'm probably not going to buy it because I want to be able to share that good price with everybody.
Yeah.
But when I couldn't get any 22 in, this guy comes in and he's like, I've got like 8,000 rounds of 22 LR, and I don't have a 22 LR anymore. Do you think you guys would be interested in trading some of it in? And I said, yeah, absolutely. He comes in, no exaggeration, 85,000 rounds of 22 LR. He just had out of nowhere, all different boxes, all different everything. And, we gave him a fair price for it, and we actually traded it out for something else. But then I was stocked up on 22 LR. I put it all in the front of my store and, just put it at whatever price, that box was going for. And, but yeah, we can, sometimes those SKUs can get packed in a lot, especially when we have stuff like that, when people come in with those one-off boxes. Right.
That doesn't even count the gold dots and the hydroshocks and like the critical duty and the critical defense, and like, because like at the range, like we have limited space behind the counter, so we'll like try and stack up all the different ones that we have, but sometimes like it doesn't even make it out there because we don't have room for that many different variations.
Absolutely.
So like if somebody asks for that particular thing, we have a back stock, so we'll get it. But like before it used to not be that way, but now like we got all the 9mm that we want, so we kind of
I've got
those SKUs can quickly take up a lot of space. Not a lot. You can fill a lot of SKUs into a small space.
Absolutely.
Like what you're saying.
We've got a full shelf up front and a cart of all of like just 100 plus different types of ammo. And I can only put 1 box of each, one or 2 boxes of each. And people come in like, is this all you have? And I said, that's everything. Let me know what you want. We'll grab it from the warehouse.
We'll grab as many
back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just in 9, and a lot of the times they'll make them in different boxes, different quantities. So you might have the same exact ammo, but it's in a 20-round box and a 50-round box.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's why we don't do a lot of ammo. One reason why we don't do a lot of ammo. There's a lot of
heavy, takes up a lot of room.
Yeah, a lot of categorizing it on the website by hollow point and grain weight, and
we have a ton of ammo at the range, but that's not online.
Yeah. Yet.
That's a lot of.
But at least we're not where we were 3 years ago. You can get the stuff that everybody's not going out and buying 10 boxes.
It's not $1.20 around for 9mm. Now,
right. Absolutely.
You can find stuff for $16, $15, however much a box.
Yeah.
quarter of the price of what it used to be. But
yeah, and then we have a lot of customers. We have like this tax nexus that we are on because we're in every state. We have to, the way it works is you have to hit a certain minimum for taxes in that state before you start every year before they start you have to start collecting.
Yeah.
And all the people that have bought from me since for 2 years, and then we finally hit that nexus in their state, and then now all of a sudden I'm having to charge them tax, and they're like, well, now it's all the way up here, and it's adding more money, and I'm like, well, it's the same price, but it's none of it's going to me. It's
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah. We hired we hired a customer service representative, and she works from Georgia.
Yeah.
Right. And it was like 4 to 6 weeks after we hired Marcy, we had a letter from Georgia saying that we had to start paying sales tax for every sale in Georgia. And we're like, bro, like, where did you come from?
Right.
Because as soon as they figured it out, they're like, boop, gotcha. Like, all right, well, George, you got to pay sales tax.
Do y'all ship to New York?
We ship some stuff.
Did y'all get that cease and desist letter a couple months ago? They sent out a cease and desist letter to pretty much anyone that's ever done business in New York. Just immediately stop shipping ammo, stop shipping anything. Everything has to be shipped to an FFL now in New York. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, so I have that framed right on my desk, that cease and desist from the Attorney General's office of New York. AmmoGuy.net.
Oh, man.
Stop
now I feel left out.
Shipping.
I feel we got to do more. We got to let me go see what we got.
Yeah, $5,000 fine for every box going out to New York that's not going to an FFL.
Oh,
now.
wow. We're going to delete that off the podcast so we don't know about it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not here. Cut. That's not. So what do you got coming up in the future, man? What you got on the horizon?
We do like I said, we do some charity work with the Delta Waterfowl Foundation. We do We're doing our second annual clay shoot this October.
Oh, nice.
It'll be a lot of fun. Last year we had out food trucks. We're getting the event catered. This year I think we're going to do brisket. They give away a bunch of guns and prizes, and you get to go. We have games by the lake. You can go shoot down at the American Shooting Center.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. You compete as a team. If you go as an individual, we'll put you on our overflow teams, and people come out. It was a great time. We have the local School of Rock comes out and does. They absolutely kill it as the live performances out there.
Nice.
Trying to have more vendors out, more vendor tables, and we're probably we sold ammo last year. We're probably not going to sell ammo this year just because we're a smaller company and it's a lot running around out there.
Yeah.
Did it in July last year, which was a huge mistake because
July.
But we're so now we're doing it October 21st this year. It'll be a lot of fun, and we're always a couple clicks away online. We try to get things out as fast as possible and have as much to share as we can. We love doing these events with Tony and Clay. We've gotten real close over the past year. I live out in Tomball, so I'm pretty close to Weapons Genetics. I go out there. We get to have some beers and cigars and hang out a lot more. It's just nice, like I said, being part of the community and getting out and doing events.
Yeah, you're not too far down the road from us. Tomball's just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah, we got property in Huntsville, so I'm
okay.
Actually,
Yeah,
my cousin lives in Conroe.
Yeah, come by the shop sometime, man.
Absolutely.
It'd be cool. And where can people find you at?
We are AmmoGuy.net online and at AmmoGuy.net_official on Instagram. Trying to grow the social media page and get out there, and we do giveaways every month. Try to come out with new merch all the time. Pretty active on social media, as active as we can be.
Yeah. I mean, shadow ban's like a real thing right now.
It is.
It's bad. You've got to type off subject, but you have to type the entire Lethal Weapons Texas in to tag the event. It's ridiculous.
You have to get to the second F in official to get to pull up my page. Yeah, and that's all the way at the end. But it's there's no platform for us that we can really go out and share. We're not promoting any sale of anything. We're just trying to promote a community and our business. We're not, but it's still nice it's a nice secondary way to interact with people and have people comment on your stories and show support for our friends in the community. So.
Yeah.
We got dinged on a Mario and Luigi meme that I posted like 6 weeks ago. It was like Luigi's soul leaving his body, right? And it said, when you think you can, like, Israeli carry or some shit. It was funny. Everybody's laughing on it, commenting, and then they got tagged for copyright infringement. They said, you will remove this image or else blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, okay, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, even our charity event, we try to advertise on Facebook, and it's no sale, I created a second website just for it, Ammo Guy Events, and we're trying to push that out, and people are commenting and reporting and posting. I'm like, y'all are protesting charity, wildlife conservation.
Yeah, like of all things,
that makes you feel, but I mean, you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
Try as we might. It's just we do what we can, and we'll take it a day at a time.
Yeah, Xander, dude. Thanks, man. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it was a good meeting you. You got to come by.
Absolutely.
We'll hang out, check out the site and everything, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
we really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Want me to close it out since you?
Yeah. I start it, you finish it.
All right, that'll work. Hey, for everybody out there watching or listening, YouTube, download the podcast, let us know. Drop by, tell ammoguy.net that Big Tech's Ordnance sent you. We really appreciate it, and we're going to go back out here and have some more fun at Lethal Weapons, Texas. Have a good one.
Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks,
thank
man.
you, man, dude.
Absolutely.
Oh.